So, Emmett, start with you. Just overall thoughts on the performance.
Like team?
Yeah.
I feel like we came out with less energy than we needed to, for sure. That's something that's going to come with the team. That's a bunch of new guys coming in. I think everybody early on was trying to find their niche out there and find what they're trying to do. It's different. We've been practicing against each other for so long. This is one of the second time we've been able to play against some other people, let alone we're in the jersey in front of the fans, all that stuff. So things change for your first game. We were decent. We got a lot of things that we need to work on, but I think overall the team's energy and the team's mood was pretty good. We got a lot to work on going into opening week, but I think we'll be ready.
How much of learning and running the offense is getting used to the other guys that are out there with you, knowing where they're going to be, what cut they might make, what they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, it's not challenging to learn offense. I've had to learn 4 of them. So, it's more so trying to help the other guys, figure out spots and timing and chemistry and whatnot. And you can see today, I think I probably had 11 turnovers, felt like, out there. But, partially that was me being a little too quick on my reads. But it's also, we don't have that full game speed chemistry yet against another team. Obviously, so that looked terrible on my part. I don't have the stat sheet, but I know we had 10 assists and 19 turnovers, which is terrible. And, I'm not the one to beat around the bush, so we got to clean that up. Because if we do that against our schedule, we're not going to win games. We're probably going to play the toughest schedule in the country. And so, we got to tighten some things up for sure, and just build off it.
Eric, speaking of stats, the stat broadcast on the computer had you down for 10 rebounds. The scoreboard said 2. What did it feel like? Which one did it feel like?
Well, I'll tell you what, I know I had more than 2. Because I remember that, but I don't remember 10 of them.
Might give him one of mine.
Oh, me, I might have. Because I think the highest rebound I've ever had is like 8 maybe in college, and that was lucky, But I'll take the 10, man. It feels good, but just got to keep building on it, and I got to keep rebounding against the big boys. When we play our schedule, and so like I said, just got to build off it.
Rebounding in general for the team tonight, it looked like. Just going off of obviously you weren't here last year, but just kind of comparing that to this, it seemed like it was a lot better tonight. Rebounding wise.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with last year's team. I watched a lot of tape on them, and so I could agree with you on that statement. But we definitely didn't rebound the ball like I wanted to. I remember looking up at the jumbotron, and we were out rebounding them pretty good, but they had too many rebounds. You know what I mean? So it's no disrespect to Bowling Green, but we're West Virginia, man. We should be rebounding the ball every play. There shouldn't be any second chances, no putbacks, nothing like that. We should clean up the glass.
They did give you 10.
I'll take it.
Double.
Yeah. Emmett, defense overall as a team, did you like what you guys did, or?
I think again it's a work in progress. There was some things I liked. You got this guy. If my life was on the line and I had a fast break layup and he was chasing me, I'd be so mad. But
Come and get it.
I think we got a lot to work on, but there was a lot of good to look at. I think we got a good chance to look at everybody tonight on defense. I think our ball screen coverage was pretty well. I think some of the times I was a little off on the ball screen coverage. That's just something I got to work on. I think overall, though, as a team, communication-wise, I think we did well. We had a couple lapses late. I like how when they made it a game, and I think it was right when I checked back in, the momentum, we just shifted right back over, and we got a couple stops, and that kind of ended the game right there. So I think we just need more of that. I think it's multiple stops in a row, but really just focusing one at a time. You can't leap on defense. You take it one at a time, and that's the main thing, especially when you play against your big teams. You play against your Kansases, your Baylors. Is you got to take it one possession at a time. You can't come back down 10 off of one possession. So I think we definitely need to watch film on that. We're definitely going to do that. So we're going to work on it, and like I said, we'll be ready for week 1.
And I imagine like a lot of fans in basketball today, you know, they would kind of want their team to kind of play like Golden State, where everything's fluid, shooting threes, run, you know what I mean? And it just looks pretty, you know, when you watch a Golden State game. It looks like you guys are going to win ugly a lot this year. I mean, do you agree with that? And is there beauty in playing a style like that?
I'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
No offense to what you're saying, no, at all. I think being here, if you look at it, I don't think anybody's playing a better schedule than us. I don't think anybody's going to, you know, we got Xavier in the PK80 and we got to go play him the week after. So I don't think anybody's going to play a schedule like us, you know, the people that we play night in, night out. So ugly wins to me, if you get an ugly win in the national championship, you're still the national champion. I'll be an ugly national champion. I don't care. But you know, when you look at it and you just look at our schedule, we're gonna have some dogfights, and that's for sure. But that's the one thing about being here that you sign up for. You don't sign up here to like you're on Golden State. You're gonna win by 50. You don't have Steph Curry. You don't have Klay Thompson. You know, I think coming here, I was a guy that I didn't get recruited too crazy, and I think a lot of us don't get recruited too crazy. We don't get a lot of 5-star guys here. We get a lot of guys that, you know, as us young guys say, we get it out the mud. You know, we get a lot of JUCO guys, a lot of guys that feel like they were overlooked. So us getting in a dogfight, us going through the mud, us going through, you know, whatever adversity we got to go to, that's nothing. I think it was just how we respond to everything that happens to us as a team, and, you know, as long as we don't waver and we don't, you know, split apart, I think we'll be fine.
Running a lot of things in the offense today with one or the other of you at the high post passing there. Is that a little bit different for each one of you? What do you like about doing that?
I love that. You know, I mean, for my career, you know, I've been on some programs, you know, Wichita and South Carolina, where, you know, I'm playing in some big time leagues, and so guys, you know, pretty much, oh, he's a shooter. You know, he's one dimensional, blah blah. But you know, I've always known my game to be versatile. You know, if you put me in the high post, you know, I can make a play for myself or for my teammates. And obviously we know he can. You know, he's 6'7", left-handed athletic. And we're both old. You know what I mean? We're old, we're wise. I feel old, so I'm going to say it. So we're both old, man. We're vets, and we're both strong enough to get the ball on the rim, get to the foul line. And I've been waiting to get into a system where they put me in different positions, you know, outside, you know, inside the three-point line. You know what I mean? So I can make plays and, you know, and try to help us win. And, you know, putting me at the high post is not going to be pretty, going on what you said. But, like, you know, this isn't a pretty program. You know, Hugs told us before the game, he mentioned tradition. And I'm a little bit crazy, man. I watch basketball 24/7. I watch straight hoops. And this program has never been pretty. You know what I mean? Even when they beat Kentucky in the tournament with all those draft picks, that game wasn't pretty. Kentucky just sucked. You know what I mean? They sucked in that game. It wasn't pretty at all. Like, they were missing shots. Like, we were missing shots tonight, but they were just guarding. You know what I mean? So, you know, trust me, there's going to be nights where we're on fire, we're making shots, and it'll get ugly for the opponent, you know, and it'll be pretty in your eyes. You know what I mean?
Defense, little things. It seems like those are things that will make, in the long grand scheme, will make more of a difference.
For sure.
Yeah.
We'll keep Hugs happy.
That's a Hugs thing right there.
Keep Hugs happy, and we're going to be happy. Oh, man.
Diving on the floor, those balls, communicating, rebounding. And, you know, honestly, Keedy got his little thing tonight, but I don't mind that, to be honest. I don't want anybody on this team taking anything from nobody. You know what I mean? And you're going to see me stepping in right immediately, anytime. You know what I mean? So that's a Hugs thing. You know, it's not a pretty program. You know, we might look good, but we're not, you know, we're not pretty on the court. You know what I mean? We play hard, we compete, and we're going to win, ugly or pretty.
For either one of you guys, both of you guys, if you want, played a scrimmage, review it, film all that stuff, and something has to be better tonight, or some things have to be better. What improvements did you see? And, I don't know, what were things maybe popped up twice, or maybe popped up tonight that weren't there last time that maybe had your attention? So
I would say from the day in scrimmage, just from my personal experience, I feel like our offense was just a little shaky in the day in scrimmage. Just all of us getting out there and running it for the first time. Like I said, you know, you're playing against new guys for the first time. You know, you got a whole other team. They scouted you already. They know what you do. They know your plays. So, you know, whatever plays we're running or whatever defense they're in, you know, we got to adjust to that on the floor. And I think tonight we did a better job adjusting right away. So right when we got down, we got into our offense. I think our offense was a little more fluid tonight. I don't think we forced a lot. I think we might have forced a little bit in the day in scrimmage, but you know, every game is going to be a work in progress, and you know, I don't think I don't think we'll ever be perfect, but you know, all we can do is work to get to that, and I think we'll eventually get to that if we can.
Right now, is this team better running set plays or running something like motion, read and react, make your cuts?
Transition. We're athletic, man. We can run. You know, we do it in practice for, 4 or 5 minute stretches where it's like this. You're just, it gets tiring. And, I think we're getting in better shape. And personally, I feel like I'm getting in better shape. But it's, it's still October. You know what I mean? But when we get halfway through November, we're going to be running. We're going to be flying up and down the court, and we're going to be guarding. It's going to take guys, especially myself. I've never been in a position where I'm guarding 94 the whole game. They've always had me guarding a bigger wing down the floor somewhere that's not handling the ball. And so it'll take me some time to really get my 100% wind. And, obviously for myself, but for other guys too. We got young guys out there playing. Seth and Kobe and JoJo.
JoJo Bean.
Like those guys have never played a full season really. Seth and Kobe did, but no disrespect, it was bad last year. It's not going to be like that. We're going to be playing in some big-time games against big-time players. We're going to have to be in shape.
You ever had a game high rebound before?
I've had a game high, but never 10.
I don't think that was real, bro. Ain't no way. They might have gave.
I think it was real.
Shout out JoJo Bean for the 2-3s, man.
Oh, man.
What did you guys think of Walkie? He's obviously still a baby, but showed some signs.
JoJo
Bean?
Bean? Oh,
Yeah.
he loved defense. Something's up with that kid, man. He's a worker, for one, I'll say that. I love the kid. He walk around with a Bible all day. He sits down and he got his Bible in his hand. If he not sitting in the chair with his Bible, he on the gym shooting. So he works his tail off, and I can't give him any more credit than he sees it. We all see it. Hugs sees it. You can ask him. The kid is a basketball junkie, and for him to come in as a freshman and have the confidence he does to shoot the ball. I remember in my first scrimmage we played Penn State. I shot a 3, and that was the worst shot I think I shot in all college. Air ball, nasty. So for him to come in and have the confidence to play, and the way he's comfortable on defense, being able to pick up full court and pick up at half and not be worried somebody's going to blow by him, and you love to see that at a young age, and I think he's going to be a terrific player here over time.
Building on that, man, we got 2 rookies named Josiah that both love being in the gym.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not just Bean, man. JD loves being in the gym,
Oh,
and those guys, man. Those guys have been so receptive, to guys like us two and Keedy and some of our older guys, and Hugs, man, and the staff. They've been so receptive, and they're just junkies. Like I'll pick them boys up from U Park, go to the gym, and Bean will come in with a Bible, and JD will just be in there quiet, waiting to get in the gym. It's like excuse my language, but damn, like that's impressive. Like freshmen don't usually come in like that. I remember my freshman days at Wichita, I'm supposed to be in the gym this much? Like they're in the gym, man, and I know those two are gonna be special for sure.
For both of you, I'm sorry.
You get one more. We get you one more. Come on. Last one.
For both of you guys, it seemed like tonight you guys were able to, a lot of different guys too, kind of pick up the loose ball, put it back in. I don't know, maybe kind of like jump points maybe, but it seemed like it happened a lot. I'm just wondering if that's something that's happened a lot in practice too, or if this was, and what do you guys call that?
We call that a hugs bucket.
A loose ball.
You know what I mean? Our practices are so ugly, man.
You get the ball under the basket. I don't think Hugs has ever told somebody to pass the ball in the paint if they got it, especially where, I think Kobe had a couple tonight where he'd get it like right under there. Mo, you get the ball right there. If you kick it out, if I'm kicking it to him, then we got a whole nother story here. But, you get the ball under the basket, that's an easy 2 points. And you got to take as many of those as you can just because you never know what can happen over the course of a game. And say you don't take 2 of those and you lose by 3. And you're like, man, I could have took these 2 later so we'd have won the game. So, it's not I think it's a pretty normal thing, especially just being here. If you see the ball and nobody got it, I think everybody just run at it. And whoever gets it first gets it first. So
Yeah.
it's just I think it's a culture thing.
It's also a mindset, man. Like we practice with no out of bounds.
Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
We practice, man. We're literally wall to wall, baseline to baseline. We go dive into the wall, man. That's the same thing we do on the court. I remember there was probably 3 or 4 possessions where guys were on the floor, and there was probably 3 or 4 we should have been on the floor. And so that's my expectation. I know that's Hug's expectation. And so, you're going to see guys getting bloodied up and beat up on the floor, man. Nothing new, man. Like I said, this is not a pretty program.
Guys, thanks.